Hello. Hello. Karen Wolf here. At the art studio this evening, and I just tried to go live and couldn't. I didn't have enough service, so I had to take two. Oh my gosh. I guess I didn't have strong enough signal. Who knows? That is my problem everywhere I go. One of these days, I'm going to have great internet, and it's just going to be a miracle. Just an absolute miracle. I'm in the art studio this evening. I am an artist, and I paint. Don't know what I'm saying. Hey, Amber. Take 3. I am an artist, and I teach adults and children how to paint and become better painters. I'm in the studio here this evening, and I'm going to do a couple of things. One is I'm going to paint a sunflower with you guys. I'm going to paint with a palette knife, so let's have some fun with that. And I guess we're working now, so oh my gosh, it's always something. So I'm going to put my camera down here on the table instead of up on the easel because I don't want my paint to drip. So this is what we're painting, is the sunflower. I posted it today. Hello, everyone. Say hi when you jump on here. It's good to see you guys on here this evening. This is what we're painting. I posted it today. I've been painting a couple of paintings with the palette knife. I have 2 different palette knives, but honestly, I didn't use this one. I used this one. So it looks like a little trowel, like a concrete. Is that what you call them? It reminds me of when my husband does, work with that. Not really concrete, I guess, but, grout work or whatever the case may be. But we're going to do one. I'm just going to do one similar to this is what we're going to do. So what I did, I need to get some blue. I was over there and I didn't get any blue. What I did first is I just took some paint and did a background. I just took some blue. I lightened it up. Just did some light blue. And I probably want to gray it a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of sienna, and that'll gray my blue. Just so it's not real pure, just bright blue. Adding that little bit of sienna. We'll do that. So, hope you guys are doing good this evening. Good to see you guys on here. Hey, Stacy. Thanks for saying hey. I'm going to just I'm just mixing my paint up on I'm getting some on my, palette knife. I'm going to make a little bit more, just adding a little bit more. Thought I heard somebody. This place has the creepiest noises sometimes. It was flurrying outside. Did you all have flurries? Oh my gosh. I'm done with that. I am so done with cold weather. And I know some people love it, but I do not. I do not love cold weather. Okay, so I'm just getting me some paint on here, and I'm really just scooching it on here. And you cannot be like particular one of those type people that can you all see that? It's I can't see through I think you guys can see that, can't you? Yeah, because I can't see through the comments. There's comments in my way. So y'all tell me if y'all could see that, please. Because I'm not Miss Technology, so I can't fix it. Okay, so just tell me if y'all can see that. Anyhow, I'm just putting some paint on, and I'm just going back and forth and back and forth. Just making this, I just made this background. I didn't do anything fancy. You can leave some of the white on there if you want, and just pull some of this around the outside edge, or you can paint it with white if you want. You can put the white back in. So that's all I did with that. just back and forth, and just however you like it is how you should put it on there. And it's just really just putting paint. You just get paint on, and this is the funnest thing ever. Oh my gosh, if you've never done this before, do it. It's the funnest thing ever, and there's no right or wrong way, and it just takes practice, because you just put paint on and move it around and scratch it and, you know, whatever. So with this one, I kind of went sideways too. I just went back and took some of the paint, and I went this direction with it a little bit. So I'm just going into the white a little bit here, and I'm just dragging it. Isn't that cool? Dragging it back and forth. I'll get on here on this, on my Facebook down here on my iPad, so I can see your all's comments. I should be able to see that I'm live, but it didn't pop up. Okay, there it is. Karen is now live painting the sunflower. Well, of course it's not caught up. I tell you, technology is great when it works. So then I just go back and forth. I just went back and forth with that right there, and made a couple of my edges just going the other direction. So that's what I did. All right, yeah, y'all can see me. I couldn't see if y'all could see me with all that, with all the words there. So, but thank you all for joining in. So we got that. So that was real easy. All you had to do was just take your blue and your white, or whatever color that you're using. I just took blue, a little bit of sienna, and some white, blue, sienna, and white, and made a kind of a gray blue. And I'm going to have to dry this a little bit with the hair dryer. I'm going to just have to come over here a little bit with the hair dryer, a little bit, and dry that some. And that's the thing with the palette knife. You kind of have to dry it in between, or you end up with a mess because it blends. It, like, you know, blends in with your background. So just dry it a little bit. But I don't mind for it to blend in a little bit. But I did this one last night, and that's the one that I'm doing now. And then I did this one this evening. Do y'all like that? This is the, what do you call those? Forsythia. Couldn't think of the name of what they were called. These are the Forsythia. I have tons of them out in my front yard. I took a picture of it and posted it, and I just painted them in a jar. And then I just kind of roughed this up around it, and then did some dark colors around the outside edge. But I really like that. I think that was cool. So I painted that on there. So also I painted this one. And I posted it this evening. This is the bike, you guys. This one's coming up. You guys are going to have to paint that. I posted that on my page, a little step-by-step. You all need to do that. Okay, so then instead of rinsing this, I'm just wiping it. I should have done that before I dried my thing, so it wouldn't be dried on there. Okay, now I'm going to paint my sunflower. I'm going to get some brown that I thought I had over here. Yes. We'll get a little bit of brown, which is burnt umber. Get a little pile of burnt umber for the center. That's a little bit much. Don't need all that. And you just put wherever you want your center to be. You don't need all that. Okay, so then that's my center. And this is a little bit messier than some of the other painting too. And then with this one, I used a lot of brown, this raw sienna color. So what I did, can you all see that? Yes. What I did was I just started out to the outside, and I just came in with that flower shape. I just started making petal shapes, because you know that's what sunflowers are, just all kinds of petals. And then I just went over here on this side, made another petal shape, and I just kept going around making my petal shapes. And I'm putting a little bit more yellow in this one because I don't want it to be, well, you can add more yellow as you go. I just don't want it to be real brown like that. This is super fun, super fun. If y'all haven't tried it, have any of y'all tried the palette knife painting yet? If you have, let me know. This is like the funnest. It is like so fun. All I'm doing is, I did some like years ago, a couple times. I did one like I was painting my dog, and I did a little bit of palette knife painting for the background, I think. And I tried it a couple times, but I don't know, it just never did seem like something I wanted to do. I just never did interest me much. And then lately, this week and last week, I saw like 2 people or more than that even painting sunflowers with a palette knife. And I thought, huh, I think I can do that. So I tried it. And I really love my, the forsythia. Do you all like the forsythia? I just think that is just the prettiest thing. So I'm just mixing my, this is raw sienna right here, and that's yellow. And I'm just dipping my palette knife down in that. And I'm just turning this to have the opposite side, the sunflowers on the opposite side of each other here. The sunflowers, the petals, good grief. And using that brown as my guide to where my center's at. And I have the daisy down here I was going to talk to you all about. Do y'all see my challenge for the daisy? And I shouldn't have called it a challenge. I think it's making everybody think they can't do it. It's not really a challenge, really. I mean, it is kind of a challenge to paint for 3 days in a row, but you don't have to paint all 3 days in a row. I mean, you can, the video will be there later, and you don't even have to do it all 3 days in a row. But what it is the daisy that I've got down here, this beautiful daisy bouquet. April, what is it? 18th, 19th, and 20th. I'm doing a painting challenge, a 3-day painting challenge with the daisy bouquet. And what you do is you sign up for it, and the link is out on it's on my website, and I can post it below if you all are interested in it and you haven't seen the link. Right there, just drop a word in below, just put Daisy, and I'll pop it in the down below. Gosh, I'm making a mess. I told you it's a little bit messy. But see that so far? Y'all see that so far? Pretty cool, isn't it? But it's a 3-day challenge to paint, and we're going to paint the daisies. We're going to do 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we're going to do each day we're going to do from 7 to 8 o'clock. We're going to paint. We're going to paint the daisy. It's going to be on a 12 by 16 canvas. That canvas right there, and I'm going to show you step by step, just like I'm showing you how to paint this thing right here. Well, I go into a little bit more, when I'm teaching that kind of thing. This, I'm just kind of showing you what I did. But I tell you what brush to use, I tell you what paint colors to use, and you'll end up with this beautiful daisy painting. And it's not hard to paint daisies. They're like one of the easiest things to paint, I think, of the flowers. Anyways, flowers are sometimes not the easiest thing to paint. And here I am painting sunflower. Is that funny? Okay, so then once I've got all these around, I'm going to just start working in the ones in between, the little bit shorter ones in between, because some of them go out far and some of them don't go out as far. So I'll do that. But it's a 3-day Paint the Daisy. You go out to the website, you sign up. Once you sign up to paint, then I'll see that you signed up, and I'll send you an invite to the Facebook group to join a private Facebook group, and you will paint inside. You'll click on that link, and I'll invite you into the group, and then we'll paint in there. That's where we'll paint. So that's where all the action happens. It's inside of a private Facebook group. And the supplies list will be in there, the template that you print off to the tracer to trace your daisy and stuff on your drawing will be in there, and all the paint colors that you need will be on the supplies list. Everything, it'll tell you everything that you need to paint your daisies. And I'll just come on live that day, those days, just like I did this evening in here, but we'll all be in a group together, a private Facebook group together. So it's a lot of fun. Those events are fun events, and everyone paints together. And if you miss the event or something happens and something comes up and you can't paint, then you can watch it on the replay. Or if you want to paint it again, or you want to do it a different day, it'll be on the replay. So you'll be able to watch it later. So isn't that cool how that's like so thick and it just like lays across there? I just think that's the coolest thing. But you try to keep your brush, gosh, listen to me, your palette knife kind of flat so that it just kind of scoots across and it doesn't like gouge down in there. That's the hardest thing. So I'm just going into the yellow now and pulling in some of the yellows in from the ends, the brighter yellow, just pulling that in from the ends. Are y'all liking this? Is this fun? It's fun to watch. I watched a couple of girls do it the other day, a couple times, and I was like, dang, that's like relaxing. It was about to put me to sleep. But don't fall asleep on me. Oh. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming on. Melissa, Suzanne, everyone. Casey, it's good to see you guys on here this evening. Thank you. So I'm just shaping back up my center. I'm just touching around, just dab, 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 getting that center. I'm just touching, dab, 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 dab. And then I'm going to touch out and get some of that. Just kind of out in here. Don't pull too much. All right, isn't that cool? That is so cool. It's like when we were little and did mud pies. Kind of. It's funner than finger painting. Thank you, Krista. It's fun. It is. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna take a little bit of white now, and I'm just going to touch over even more brights with this white. Not pure white. I'm just going to touch it in. And sometimes too, if it all starts to get like blending and like mud, if you're making mud, dry it with a hair dryer, or stop and let it dry and then come back to it. Because, yeah, if you add too many colors, it'll, you know, make mud. You don't want it to make mud. Right? So, but the challenge will be real fun, you guys. It's just an opportunity to paint again. And like I said, it's $15 per painter. But if you sign up before April the 5th, you will get $5 off. So it's just $10. $10, 3 days of painting with me to paint the daisy. Now that is a bargain. That is a bargain. All right. So now I'm going to take some of the, little bit of the red, a little bit of the brown, a little bit, oh, I didn't mean to get that color. A little bit of the sienna. I'm going to make a kind of a reddish color here. I think I'm going to incorporate some reds and a little bit. Y'all like that red? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Y'all like the red? Hey, Elaine. It's good to see you all on here this evening. It's nice to have you all to paint with. All right, this is fun. So I got some painting parties coming up. You guys are gonna have to get out and get in an art studio with me. Y'all ready to get out yet? Is everybody getting out, getting ready to get out? When I'm done with this, you know how you normally put your brush in the water and rinse it off. I had a cup of water there in case I needed it, but I really don't need that. I'm wiping it with a paper towel. Hey, Regina. All right. So I'm just daubing. And then I'm going to lighten up my, I was going to put some of that red in my center. I'm going to put a little bit of this red in my center. Touch. And I'm just touching. I'm just getting down here and I'm scooping up that paint on my palette knife. And I'm just touching, touch. Just touch that in there. I'm just pulling some of that out. And then I'm going to take a little bit of white. And I'm going to touch just a little bit of lights in there. That texture is so cool too. That texture is so cool. I think I'm going to put a little bit of my yellow white in there. I think I like that a little better. All right. Okay, so we've got that. Is that looking good so far? Y'all like that? Okay, so now I'm going to put my leaves. And what I did for my leaves is I just took some green into my blue. I softened my green a little bit because I don't want real green, like bright, you know, grass green. I want it to kind of be soft. So I want it to be a softer green. So I just kind of touched it on there and then just kind of went up in here and just kind of gave just the impression of a leaf, not like a, I mean, I didn't wanted to look perfect, I guess. I just wanted you to look at it and see that green and be like, oh, there's a leaf there. Yeah, kind of. Kind of impressionistic of a leaf. All right. And let's get us one, balance it out, and get one over here. And just make it look like a leaf. All right. Then I did I did put a little bit of blue back in it to kind of darken it a little bit. I did do that a little bit, didn't I? But not much. It's hard to reach over that way. I'll do this side and then I'll turn it. That's another thing you can't. You've got to be careful on how you handle your knife, and it does take a little getting used to it. But it is fun. Play with it, do it, try it. Look at that. I mean, that is like the funnest thing. That is so fun. I so enjoyed that. To me it is just like a blast. I just think it needs something right there. All right. And then you can take some of that color and you can like just go around the edge with it if you want. Kind of darken up that edge some. And if you don't like that where I just touch that little bit of dark one there, you can lighten that back up. Isn't that cool? I just think that's the coolest thing ever. And then it dries up real pretty. It just dries up real pretty. This one I used a little bit more yellow instead of all the brown. That one dried real dark. And of course you all know, what do I always say? Acrylic dries 2 to 3 shades darker. So if you think that it's not dark enough now, it will be. So you all enjoy that. Experiment, have fun. That is a total blast. So, and as you can see, it doesn't take very much paint. This is an 8x10 canvas, and it just went real quick. So that was fun. But like I said, here's my one that I did this evening of the forsythia. And if you're interested in the painting the daisy bouquet, I'll be posting more about that. That will be so much fun, you guys. It's a 3-day painting. It shouldn't even really be called a challenge. It should be called an event, a paint event, or a painting opportunity. Maybe that is what it should be called. But it'll be a lot of fun. I think you guys will enjoy it, and you'll learn to paint the bouquet, and of course, you know, you'll learn other things when you paint along with me. You learn other things too. So it'll be a lot of fun. And for $10, if you sign up by April 5th for $10, I mean, you can't beat that. That's hardly anything. So a lot less cleanup too. Absolutely, Elaine. I'm all about that, man. I mean to tell you, as long as you don't let your sit there, your palette knife sit there and dry up like I was. But yeah, look at this. All you have to do is wipe that with your paper towel and you're done, and you don't have all those brushes to clean. Oh my gosh. This one, I did the splatter. Did you all see that? The splatter. I did a little bit of I took the toothbrush and put the blue and splattered it, and yellow and splattered it, and I think maybe even some of the purple and splattered it. on. You know how you flick it with the toothbrush. And I thought that was really pretty. So, but that, that was a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I sure did. I've got a lot of exciting things coming up. I'm so excited about this, the palette knife stuff, the challenge coming up. I've got art kits still in the studio. If you guys need the art kits for Easter, I've got them. I've got them right over here in the art studio. I'll be here, what is it? I'm here this evening right now. I'll be here this evening for a little while longer, and then I'll be here tomorrow evening. So if you guys are interested in art kits, I've got the Easter bunnies and the unicorns. I got the giraffe and the dinosaur. But for Easter, I've sold lots of Easter bunnies for the kids for Easter kits, art kits. So get the paint and the Easter bunny on the canvas, and the paint and the brushes, so and instructions. And I think there's a video. Yeah, there's a video online for the Easter bunny, so that's helpful. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know, and I'll hook you right up. I got all kinds of stuff. You guys just have to hang around with me. It's a happening place. All right. You all have a good evening. Thanks so much for joining me. Hey, Elizabeth. Thank you all so much for joining in on all the fun. If you missed it, it does get it on your hands, though. Of course, I always have paint on my hands. If you missed the debut, just go back and watch it on the replay. It was fun, and it's pretty, and I don't think it's that difficult. You just have to experiment, practice, just like with anything else. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, thank you all, and have a good evening. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.